Hey guys, thank you for joining me in this video. Today I'm going to be going through this kitchen pantry here and also some kitchen cabinets, and I'm trying to basically downsize some and reorganize what we're going to be keeping. As you can see here, I've cleaned pretty much everything out. Got a few paper towels left in there and the box of trash bags. And of course, I'm going to leave this stuff here on the door. Some of you may wonder why the inside of this closet is painted black. You know, if it's painted white over time, as you're moving things in and out of the closets, sometimes the walls get scraped up and dirty and things like that, and I don't like that look. So I decided to paint it dark. We do have one wall in our kitchen that is also painted the same color. So I thought it was a good idea. These wire shelves were already in here when we bought the house, so I took them out back and spray painted them matte black and put them back in, and I really have been enjoying how this looks and the fact that it stays clean and doesn't show any scuff marks or dirt. And apparently Peyton decided he's going to move in while it's nice and clean. So what I've done here is moved some of these things out, and I've put everything here on the table. And right now I'll try to set the tripod up here, and we can kind of go through some of these things that I'm going to decide whether we need to keep or not. Mainly this stuff here is a lot of just a mishmash of items. So let's start here with these lids. Of course, I'm going to keep these. These are the nice Snapware lids to my glass containers that I bought last year from Costco, and I love those things so much. There's no plastic except for the lids, of course. See if I can zoom out a bit. There we go. That's a better shot. So these will definitely be staying. Here we have plasticware that we use quite often, mainly for cat food. Here we have some of Peyton's cat food. Here are some coffee pods that I'm going to try to corral into one container of some sort. We've got some coffee pod, let's see, single cup brewing cleaning cups. I think Lee bought these. I'm not sure if I've used them yet or not. We've got some stevia. I'm not sure. I think my husband uses that, so I keep my napkins in this just because it's a nice size for this package that we buy at, I guess that's Giant or Wegmans or wherever. I've got my watering can here, a box that won't fit in the door, these extra cleaning wands for the Clorox toilet cleaner, my long wand for the Swiffer cleaners, love those, some cups. This, I believe, is 2 56-ounce bottles of Dawn. Lysol wipes, love them. Got some carpet cleaner, some neem oil that can go to the garage, and some other pet, you know, if you have pets, you know what I mean. That's precisely why we're going to be, really, Cat? What are you doing? Peyton, no. No, leave it. Leave it. I keep all my Swiffer cleaners here. Some extra handles. Got some alcohol. Another carpet cleaner. I got some vinegar. I like to clean with vinegar, Dawn dish detergent, and hot water is what I use to clean. I try not to use any chemicals if I can avoid it, but I did just see this at Lowe's, so I picked this up. If anyone has used this and like it, let me know. I'm going to give it a try. It says cleaning vinegar with lavender scent, and it does have acetic acid and desylglucoside surfactant. I have no idea what that is. I'm sure it's some type of chemical that I probably shouldn't be using, but I'm going to give it a try. It caught my eye. I love cleaning with vinegar and I love lavender scent. So, all right, so this is a packet of cat toys. That have, you know, never been used. One of our cats that passed away a few years ago, he loved all these. He would carry them around and play with them, but Peyton is super lazy and he doesn't really go for toys like that. So these are filters to I believe they were to the fountain, the like water fountain for cats. Peyton is super picky. He will not hardly ever drink water out of a bowl. He has to have the faucet dripping. So we did try the water fountain for him and he didn't really take to it. So those can be donated. Most of this is, again, all outdoor type stuff, flower seeds, my work gloves, planting type things, pair of sunglasses, a hat. We've got Frontline. Peyton hardly ever goes outside. Natural insect repellent, some Honor beard butter that has a repellent in it. Smells good. Honor beard butter, check them out, great company. I have some doTERRA outdoor blend. This is okay, but it gives me a headache. This is where we keep cat brush and Peyton's. I won't let him see these or he'll take off. Okay, so I'm going to go through this a little bit later and decide what I need to keep. Everything else can go in the garage. And I may use this basket for something else that I'm going to store back in. Maybe the coffee pods can go in here. We'll see what else I can get rid of. So let's get this out of the way. And here we've got, oh, these are really nifty. We have a hummingbird feeder out back. and it gets the ants like to get in it. So Lee bought this, I believe, from Amazon, and it creates a moat, and you fill that up with water, and the ants get in there and then they drown, unfortunately. If you're an ant lover, I apologize, but they keep getting in my bird food, and the birds will not come to it if it's covered with ants and bees. So we haven't really had a huge honeybee problem this year. That's probably not a good thing, but the last few years, the honeybees, I believe, ate more food than the hummingbirds did. So again, we have some stevia. That's going to go over into the food cabinets, not into the closet. So here I've got some reusable bags. I like to put things in these for the freezer, and I also will send them home if I give any food to my daughter. Sometimes I make cookie dough and I roll them into balls and put them in here, and then I send them to her and they're frozen, so she can just pull them out as she wants to bake them. So we will hang on to those. Already went over that product. Here are a bunch of coffee pods, and I like a variety, so Lee, if he sees any that he thinks I'll like, he'll grab them for me. So I would like to have them all in one container. I do have a container on my countertop that I put them in. It's right beside the coffee maker, but for like the overflow, I keep them in this closet here. So this is an apron. I'm probably gonna send this to Goodwill because I've had it for years and we really don't use it, and I don't need a hanging in there taking up space if I'm not going to use it. So again, I've went over this. So I think we've covered everything on the table. So I'm going to take a few minutes to decide what I want to keep, do some corralling, and put everything back. Next up, guys, we're going to be going through this cabinet. It's mainly glassware, dishes, and coffee mugs. So we will see what we can downsize out of this cabinet. I probably should have started with the top first, but I didn't. So just want to show you here what I've taken out of the bottom shelf so far. We've got some small bowls. I love these for cottage cheese, yogurt, single serving type dishes. I've got 2 more that are in the dishwasher right now. We've got our normal dinner plates that we use periodically, not that often, but once in a while when we're having a nice meal, chicken, steak, something like that. We've got our bigger bowls for cereal, or sometimes I put pasta in those. This is a big serving dish for pasta. And I also have a nice platter that I am going to hang on to. I don't use it that often, but I would like to keep it just to have. I recently got these bowls at Costco, and I really love them. I use them for cereal or other small serving sizes like that. And here I've got more of a pasta bowl plate combo. I like those. I just got those about a month ago. So I'm going to hang on to pretty much all of this. These little bowls are called hug mugs, and they're for really for hot chocolate. You see here I've got a few that have little saucers with them. So I love these. I found the first one I ever bought at Goodwill and didn't know that they made little saucers for them. I think I saw it on YouTube at one point and I was like, oh my gosh, I need those saucers. So we ended up finding them for me, I believe on eBay. So he bought me 2 more sets. This one I do not have a saucer for. I think this is my first one that I purchased. And then I have this little pottery bowl and I've hung on to this for years. I love this bowl. So I'm gonna keep it. It's just, I can put nuts in it or candies. I think I used to keep it at my desk at work and I would put candy, Hershey Kisses and whatnot in there for the staff to come in if they want a treat. I've replaced that with another bowl at work, so I brought this one home. So yeah, we're gonna get back to these 2. I'm gonna go ahead and load this all back in and then I'll get to the top because that's really where I need to do the downsizing. I have a lot of cups and coffee mugs that I really don't need that many. I tend to use the same mug over and over. So I'm gonna see if I can downsize some of them. Okay, this is what I've taken out of the top 2 shelves. As you can see, I have plenty of coffee cups and coffee mugs. I've got some taller glasses that I like to keep for some bigger drinks. I love this cup. Has a lid with a straw for iced drinks. So, gosh, this is going to be difficult. I love all these cups. I downsized, like I mentioned in another video, back in 2024 when I was going through cancer treatment. I got a wild hair and really got rid of a lot of stuff from my home, and these were the ones that I decided to keep at that time. So I am going to try to cut this by at least 10%. So a couple of these are mugs that Lee likes, such as this one, and this one is his. So I'm going to check with him. I believe his supervisor gave him this for Christmas a year or so ago. So this is going to be difficult. A lot of these are Starbucks mugs. So I've collected them over the years, but gosh, honestly, I use this little fox one. I actually have 2 of these because I love the size. probably about a 6-ounce cup. I am not a big coffee mug person, so I like smaller coffees. I'm definitely going to keep that. I feel like I am definitely missing a glass. So I may get rid of these, and then if I need new glasses when we move to Florida, I will buy a new set. I really like the size of these. I guess they're like stemless wine glasses or something, but I like them for small drinks. I think I'm gonna let go of this. I don't even know if this is Starbucks, to be honest. I don't. It just says authentic glass, so I don't know if that's Starbucks or not. But I'm gonna let that one go. I love these two just for the decoration. The Little Mermaid decoration on there. Same with this one, with the mermaid tail. Those are cute. These are my favorite. I use these for hot chocolate a lot in the winter, so I have 2 of those I'm going to hang on to. Again, I'm going to ask Lee about that one and this one. This one here I use quite often. I love pottery mugs. Those are my favorite, but I don't like them too big or heavy, and this one's a good medium size and a good weight, so I'm going to hang on to that. Again, I've got other little pottery mugs. I don't use these. I think I do have another cabinet in our dining room that is literally full of coffee mugs as well. A lot of pottery mugs that I've collected over the years, so I may end up putting these 2 in that cabinet. Black Rifle, I've got to keep. I just got that one not long ago. This one I've had for years and years. Again, it's a nice pottery mug. This is a Starbucks mug. I love the color. It's a little bit bigger than what I normally use, but I do use this one periodically, so I think I'm going to hang on to that. These are some ones from Target that I bought around Christmas. I think they're cute for the holidays, so I'm going to keep those. This one I bought off of eBay. I think it came from Hawaii. I'm going to let this one go. It's not anything of note, so this one here I never use. Again, I'm going to probably add this to my pottery collection in the other cabinet. I do use this one periodically because it's small, it's a good weight. I like it for hot chocolate, so I'm going to hang on to that. I love this one for iced tea or lemonade. And then this is a little pitcher that I bought. I don't use it, but I love it. So I think this will also go into the decorative cabinet if I have room. I will show you that at a later date. It's really full already. This says Morning Handsome and Morning Beautiful, and these came from Target. I usually would get my daughter and her fiance these for Christmas as a gift, and I would always buy myself a set as well, so I think they're super cute. They're nice for hot chocolate and like soup, so I'm definitely keeping those. I love the decorative elements on these. The sayings are beautiful. So as of now, I mean, I did okay, I guess. I've got these that are definitely going, and those 2 are maybe going. I have a feeling Lee's going to say yes, get rid of them. So I'm going to load these back up in here and see what else I can get into today. Okay, we are all loaded back up here. As you can see, I fit the ones that I'm probably going to store in the glass cabinet eventually. I put them all up here, and then I've got the ones that I use on a regular basis on this shelf, and then again the bottom shelf is all my dishes. For this cabinet, as you can see, this is food storage. I'm going to go through here and just check expiration dates on everything and then put it back. I use pretty much everything in this cabinet, so it's only going to be tossed if it's expired. Okay, we now have an organized cabinet. I got rid of a few things that I either know I'm not going to use or are expired. So, good progress on this. Okay, so first out is going to be the air fryer. And we just purchased this one, so it's obviously going to be staying. In here also, in the back, we have some ball jars, some lids, a few other glassware. This is where I store my coffee pot when I'm using the Keurig part of my coffee maker. I do have this is a really nice, gosh, I don't even know what you call this. Can make lemonade or iced tea to put in this and take it for a picnic. Has a really nice wood lid. I believe this came from Target a year or so ago, and I've never used it. I just really love the way it looked, so it was kind of an impulse purchase. So I think I'm going to be asking the daughter-in-law if they want it, and if not, I'll send it for donation. This is my SodaStream bottle. I don't use my SodaStream for soda. I make sodium bicarbonate with it to drink. So I'll be hanging on to this, at least for now. I love to use these mason jars to store fruit in. So when I purchase fruit from the store, I always try to buy organic, and then I bring it home and I soak the fruit for about 15 minutes in baking soda, water, and a little bit of vinegar, and then I rinse it and I put it in this ball jar with a paper towel folded up in the bottom and put one of the plastic lids on, and the fruit actually stays good for about 2 weeks. So I really like that storage method. These are all my lids. I've got the regular mouth lids and also the wide mouth plastic lids. I have the metal lids and rings in here, but I don't really use them, so I think I'm going to get rid of them now while I have them out. So we can go ahead and sort through this. These are all the metal rings and lids. Like I said, I don't really use them, so I'm gonna let them go. And of course, I'll keep all the plastic lids, and I believe this goes to a jar or bottle of some sort. I'll have to figure that out. These are the types of water bottles that I use to drink out of. I try not to use plastic if I can at all help it. So I love these little small glass jars and then the bigger ones. I also have another bottle that I use. I'm not sure if it's in here or not, but I have to figure out where it is. So I'm definitely hanging on to these. These are some little, the cup plugs. Sometimes I put some of these in a baggie and carry them in the glove box because I like to have them for Starbucks drinks or whatnot. And sometimes they don't give you one, so I like to have my own just in case. Like I said, this is my coffee pot for my Ninja coffee maker. This is the coffee mug that I carry to work. Oh my goodness, cat. I like this one. I have one or two others in there that I use, but I use this one mostly. And of course, I love stickers, so I've got to decorate everything with stickers. Peyton, come on, out, out. In this bin, we have some of the other size. I think these are pint size of the ball jars, so I'm going to hang on to these. I like to use these for sometimes I make my own yogurt. I'll store the yogurt in these, or if I have a smaller container of fruit that I've cleaned and I'm going to store, I'll use this one instead of the large jars. So yeah, we're going to hang on to these. Another travel cup. This is my Navy / beer company that my husband used to run or own. That's another one I like to carry. And then we have this one as well. Again, EDC was our beard product company that we owned. We've since closed that as of the end of this month. We've got some oxygen absorbers. I use these sometimes if I'm going to store anything long-term in a mason jar, so I'll hang on to these for now. I may get rid of them later. These little jars I like to carry maple syrup in. When we go to work, they have a cafeteria, a little cafeteria there in the building that we work in, and they serve breakfast. So I like to have, I'm a carb breakfast eater, I know, bad, but I like to have a waffle or a pancake or a French toast for breakfast. They have the nasty high fructose corn syrup there, so I bring my own maple syrup in one of these, and I just, fill it up to about there, and it works out perfectly. So I'm going to definitely hang on to those. Goodness gracious, I am banging into everything. This is Miralax for our cat, because sometimes he can't go, so we try to sprinkle a little bit of that on his food, and it helps him out. Goodness gracious. Okay, so when we moved here, I guess about a year, maybe the first year we were here, during the winter, we lost power, and it went out for maybe 2 or 3 days. And so, being a prepper-minded person like I am, I really was able to see where my shortcomings were as far as supplies and items that I needed to help me get through a grid down type scenario. And one of the big things that I was lacking in was ways to make coffee. And if you know anything about me, I am a coffee fanatic, and I must have coffee on a daily basis for my safety and the safety of others. So let's just put it that way. So I purchased myself this little percolator pot that you can heat up the water or heat up the coffee on a camp stove or an open flame. Like if we had to build a fire outside, I could still use this to make coffee. I have plenty of coffee grounds, usually on hand. This is a hand grinder. So you just fill up put your coffee beans in there and put the top back on. This is your handle, and turn. And the coffee grinds go into this bottom. So you've got coffee grinds ready to go. This is called an AeroPress. So you fill this up with coffee grounds and hot water, and then you press it into your cup. So your cup will go here, and you use this press. It's like a French press, but you're using your hand to press it. So I'm not really strong enough to do this right now. I don't know why, but I haven't been swimming in a few days, and our indoor pool is closed now, so I think they're going to be closed for about a month. So I've tried to come up with some other ways of working out, and I think the rowing machine is going to be the closest body use wise that I can get to swimming, where it's using like total body. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I've done that once already, and I plan to go back to the gym tomorrow. So, but my strength is not great right now. I'm also getting back into lifting weights, just not as heavy as I was previously. So all of this is staying because, you know, I need my emergency supplies for coffee. That's all there is to that. These are little filter papers that go into the AeroPress. Those. Again, I use all of these travel cups, so these are going to be staying. Coffee pot, of course, is staying. Again, I think this goes to my water bottle, and I think it's in the fridge, so I'm going to hang on to that for now. So, this back here, and we can get the air fryer back in. And there we go. Cleaned out. I've gotten rid of 2 items and organized everything else. Okay, we're going to check out this drawer. I think it's pretty good. I think I cleaned this out not very long ago, but I'm going to go through it again and just see if there's anything else we can get rid of at this time. These are popsicle sticks for at-home popsicles. I think I made them once and it didn't really, I wasn't thrilled with it, so I don't think we've ever used these. The package wasn't even open, so those can go. These are little can lids when we go to the pool. These are little can lids that I take when we go to the swimming pool. I like to take the flavored waters in the can. We're not allowed to have glass over there, so these come in handy once you pop the can to keep like the bees and anything out of your drink. Those will keep. This is the top filter for my coffee pot when I use the glass carafe for coffee brewing. These are baby Jesus. My husband was giving these away for a while, and these are some extra. Chip clips, colander. I think this is from one of my water bottles, so I'm going to try to put that away. I just got this conical burr coffee grinder, and this is the directions. It's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm going to get rid of this. Plus, I can probably look online if I need to know something. Glass straws, brand new one with the straw cleaner inside. I love those. Usually any plastic straws that come with cups, I throw them away. And that one can go. It's another brand new one. It's the filter for my coffee pot. I use paper filters, so I'm going to hang on to that though. We've got towels, lots of hand towels. Well, not lots, but a few. Okay, this is the top 2, one of my travel cups, so I'll keep that. I have no idea. These are like little silicone things. This is a scoop to this is a scoop to the coffee bean grinder, so I don't really need that. I'm gonna send that to Goodwill. Silicone oven mitt. This is our activities calendar for our neighborhood for the month of August. This came with my coffee pot. I think it holds this or the other part when you switch back and forth. I have the Ninja, not sure what it's called, but it brews a whole pot of coffee, or it brews the K-cups. So you just swap out the insert there with this one, and then you can make yourself a pot of coffee if that's what you want. Okay, so I've got my elements in here. I'm actually going to move them to the food cabinet. I just stuck them in here because this is usually where I make my water. I have 2 open packets because I never use a whole packet of element. It's just way too strong for me. I'll literally get like 3 or 4 uses out of this. So got a couple stickers, Yeti, and then this is from the Good Patriot website. I think her new company name is called Not Quite Eden. Love her stuff. She has a lot of handmade products that are amazing. So look up either Good Patriot or Not Quite Eden on the internets. I've got of course my hot pads. I've got some crocheted, whatever these things are called. You know, my brain is not braining today, but I made these a couple years ago. I am a crocheter, so I made these for some family and friends for Christmas, and I kept a few for myself. Again, I've got booklets and whatnot for the coffee maker. I know how to use it, so I'm going to get rid of these. While I have this opened, my vacuum's right here by me, so I'm going to just vacuum this out and give it a little wipe down. Sandwich baggies we usually keep here just for easy access. So we'll load this stuff back in. I like to store these in here. I have another one hanging on the fridge for July This is for August because when they send it out for the month of July, it covered July and August for the summer. So I'm just gonna stash this one in here for now. Figure out what cup this goes to and stash it. Again, my little lids, love those so much because I did not want any bugs getting in my open drink. These guys are gonna go to donation. This guy can go back in here. In case I ever get rid of the coffee pot, I like to keep all the parts. I guess I should keep the instructions as well, because I do get new coffee pots every few years, so I will at least keep the quick start guide. Again, this is a Ninja Dual Brew XL grounds and pods hot and iced coffee maker. I love this thing. I had the Drew Barrymore version of the coffee maker and I hated it. So it went to donation and I got this new one. I'm gonna put these stickers back in here for now because I'll use them eventually. I just don't have anywhere to put them right now, but I want to hang on to them. This is for when I clean my Berkey. I have a Berkey travel size, and when you clean it and you prime the filters, this is necessary. So I'm going to keep that, and for now I'll keep these because I have no idea what they go to and I don't want to accidentally throw something out that I should have kept. So again, this is this drawer. This is the cabinet, or I'm sorry, the closet we worked on this morning. And this is the cabinet I did just a little bit ago. This is the drawer above it. Because I do prep my water here, I'm going to put these few packets back in. I usually just stash them in like this so they don't spill powder everywhere. You just have to be careful when you use the oven mitt, which during the summer we don't really do that often. So that is that. I'm gonna figure out what cup this goes to. This is where we keep mainly all of our medicines and a few travel cups. I did downsize those, I believe in 2024. Of all times when I was in chemotherapy treatment and on prednisone, I had a ton of energy. Like, very weirdly, I was either exhausted, dead tired, or I was wired up like I was on some type of illegal drug. But I promise you it was only prednisone. And I did a huge purge right in the middle of chemotherapy treatment. And I got rid of a lot of stuff from this cabinet, which I had a lot of travel cups. So now there's just a few up there, some medication. This is where I keep some of the ground coffee that Lee buys at the store. And then my coffee beans I keep in the freezer. So it's supposed to keep them fresh longer. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that's what I'm going by. So this is my little coffee station. I guess I'll give you a little kitchen tour while we're downsizing. This is where I keep some pods that I use on a daily basis. The other ones I did find a container for, and they're in the closet over there. And this is my conical grinder, my coffee maker, sweet baby Jesus right there. I need to find out what that goes to. And yeah, sink, window, neighbor's house. Need to wash this. This is the Drew Barrymore toaster. I love this. I hated the coffee maker, so definitely kept this. Just a little view of the countertops. I do have all these cabinets I need to go through. Some's got food in, so. But like down here, I'm going to go through that eventually, do some downsizing. My pots and pans are in there. This drawer contains all my silverware. And again, food at the top. This cabinet is full of dishes and probably way too many coffee cups, but we'll discuss that at a later date. I don't believe I have anything up here. I need to clean these. My God, they get so greasy and nasty. Ew. Ew. Anyway, this one's got some food and also some randomness. We'll go through all these eventually. I also have a couple cabinets here in the island that we're going to go over. And we're hitting this hard, guys. I am able to put in my retirement paperwork hopefully in the next week or so. And then I'm going to spend about another year working if all goes well. So I am super pumped, excited. This downsizing is like, I'm ready to be just super fired up and get this party started. I have no idea how to flip my camera. So here's a nice view of my backyard. There's no wildlife out there right now, but almost every day we have numerous squirrels, numerous deer, bunny rabbits, tons of birds, butterflies. We have a groundhog that visits once in a while. We see fox. We see raccoons. We see lots of stray cats. I think that's about it. A snake here and there. But anyway, I'm rambling at this point, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to come in here and see what I'm up to. So I hope you guys have a blessed weekend. I'm gonna be back at this tomorrow, and we'll be uploading some new videos in the coming weeks showing you how I'm organizing, cleaning, and downsizing in preparation to move from Virginia to the Villages, Florida. Super excited. Okay, bye guys. Take care.